Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I wanted to come in here today and do a quick energy update. This is a timeless read, so if there's something in the title that caught your eye, then there's definitely a message here for you. So let's get right into it, and I want to see who this reading is for. I'm using the Citadel deck, just like a cast of characters kind of. It's a really beautiful deck. And you have the aspirant, ambition, diligence, setbacks. So this is for somebody that is like aspiring to do something, somebody that has a goal, or somebody that is, moving up in the world. So, obviously it does take ambition. I like the idea of the keys here because it's like you're unlocking something, like going to the next level. You're aspiring, to do something greater, right? And then you have the hands here. That kind of feels very peaceful. Diligence. So somebody who's ambitious and who sets their mind to something. It says setbacks, so there also could be some setbacks you're facing at this time. And I'll pull a couple of these star code oracles and see what other themes are coming up for you at this time. Sensitize. It's sensitized, so it's like saying you may need to be more sensitive to like really aspire to this next level of great heights that you want to aspire to. Anything else here? Anything else here for the collective? That one. Collaborate. So Aquarius and Pisces. So I feel like if you are having setbacks or it just isn't moving at the pace that you would like, that perhaps like collaborating with somebody or a group of people to be in collaboration would really help this to move along faster, right? And you see how this picture of the water bearer, like they're actually pouring it into somebody else's cup, right? So they're collaborating their ideas to come up with like something greater, right? And being sensitive to other people. Plus with the Pisces, it's two fish here. I don't know if you can see that. There's like a black one and an orange one. They're koi fish. And right, so there could be like an aspect of partnering with somebody because you also have two keys, two hands. So maybe if something has been, if you're working on a business idea, that's what I'm getting, business idea. I mean, I suppose you could be aspiring to, like a new office, like to be the head of the office or the group, or I don't know, to get to the next level of whatever it is you're doing. So okay, so now we'll get into the tarot and really see what is going on here for you. This has been coming up a lot as I've been getting the Two of Pentacles a lot. It's like, feels like you're needing to come into balance. Because sometimes it feels hard to like juggle all the plates that you have. Like there's so much going on, so many responsibilities. It's a lot to be able to do it all without burning out, and like when that happens, it kind of takes the fun out of it, right? It starts to be not fun. You feel like you're stuck on a hamster wheel. You also have the Page of Swords here, so it's the beginning of a new perspective. Like you're starting to see this, like maybe you didn't notice it before. You're just trying to do your best because you are determined and ambitious, but like maybe this isn't the best use of your energy. Like maybe there's some places, I'm getting like Seven of Pentacles, maybe there's some places that you can like trim the fat, for the lack of a better word, to like harness your energy so that you get more output for what you're putting in. Because otherwise you're going to burn out. And then it's also saying that this is a metamorphosis for you. Death and rebirth. So I feel like once you see this, that this kind of like, you know, 9 to 5 job, or maybe even the way that you've been doing your business up until now, is just like, you know, leaves no time for play, and you just, you know, if you're the only one doing it, you know, if you're not there, you catch a cold, you want to go on vacation or go to, I don't know, see family or something, like, it just doesn't work without you there. And I'm feeling like that is why you need to collaborate. And I feel like you also need to be sensitive towards self, you know, sensitive to like your body, how you're feeling, listen to your body, you know, yeah. All right. Okay, let's see here. So what's going on with this rebirth? What can you tell us, Spirit? What can you tell me about this rebirth? This death and rebirth. Ooh. It's like you've been in a stuck energy for a really long time. Like it's like a holding pattern. That's why you're like, you know, it's like, feels like you've also been like budgeting and saving your budget as well. And this talks about like your coin and your purse, but it's also your energy flow. So it feels like, you know, you've been having this stuck energy, which we already know this, with this like looping here. It may say you're holding on too tight to this maybe original idea of you know, like, obviously as the aspirant, you know, you have some fixed goal in mind, and like sometimes the goalpost moves. Like sometimes the goal changes a little bit, it morphs, you know, into like something new. So we can't like always stay so hard and fast to the outcome as long as we're making progress, right? Let's see. Or yeah, I'm also getting that for some of you, whatever you're doing, like it's at a standstill now. There's no movement in it, and so you have to try something new. Okay, and you know, it's a time to do new things. Like we're having the planetary stellium in Aries. Ooh. And also the new moon in Aries. And the planetary stellium is where we have the 7 planets lining up, including Chiron, I believe, or just Chiron is still in Aries. And this is like the pinnacle of that wounded healer, wounded warrior, wounded healer, you know. And so with Aries at a 0 reset, like we're having the need to like do things, like start things over, maybe scrap the old plan, come up with the new one, or put some like extra energy into it in a new way because you see things differently. So I have the moon in reverse, and I feel like there is something obviously that you don't see coming. It's something that maybe you don't want to look at, or something that's in the dark, you know. You know, if you've been doing a lot of shadow work recently, it's working, and like you're starting to like come out through the other side. But for some of you, you're still like in the middle of it. You know, you may be having a lot of really crazy dreams at this time. So I would recommend, if you can, which I'm terrible at it, is to like keep track of these dreams, or you know, write them down when you wake up so you don't forget them later, or have a little notebook by the bed, and then you can analyze it. Yeah, I'm also getting that like once you saw this, right, because we were talking about perspective with the Page of Swords here, once you saw this, it was like you couldn't go back to the old way of doing things, right? It was just a, like, you know, and maybe that was like kind of had you at a standstill to kind of figure out like what the next move is and things like that, before you start. Right? I mean, pages are still ideas. Like, you're trying to figure out how to take this idea and turn it into a reality, right? Like, you have Page of Swords, Page of Pentacles. Like, how do I take this idea that I have? You know, I've been expending all of this energy, and I've had to, like, transform this into, like, something new that I wasn't expecting. And so I had to take, like, a break to, like, regroup and figure out what the plan is before, and, like, also to figure out how to make it, like, stable and make money, right? Because if it's not, you know, you can't spend all this energy on this new idea if you're not going to be receiving, like, the outcome. Like, at what point in this idea that I'm not making money do I continue, or, you know, stop and figure it out? So at this point, it looks like you have come up with this idea, and it's about, and if you haven't, you will be, but it's like it's time to really take the steps to make this a reality. You know, slow and steady wins the race. Like with the Pentacles, it's always slow and steady because the Pentacles always do their research. You know, they look up for the pitfalls, and then they also, like, are putting a lot of energy, right? Ambition, diligence, like a good workflow, being good to your body so that you have energy during the day and have time to rest and exercise, all these things, eating well. I know it sounds all over the place, but if you want to aspire to new heights, it takes all of this, right? All of these things. You know, this one is like, okay, it's saying to be collaborative, but it's also saying be careful who you trust. So it's like, you don't want to just collaborate, share this idea with anybody. You may want to keep this idea to yourself for a while until you have taken action onto it, because you're getting this, like, distrust, some distrustful people in your atmosphere. Like, maybe these are even people that are just naysayers and don't believe in your idea, but also they could be, you know, it could be worse. They could be, like, stealing your ideas or something. So don't just share, you know, all this work you've done on yourself, you know, coming this far. Like, don't just, like, share your gifts with everybody. Like, make sure the people you collaborate with, like, are worthy of it, you know, that you can trust, right? Ooh, the Hermit in reverse. It's like, yeah, if you've been spending a lot of time by yourself and, like, and especially in developing this idea, this new thing, that business idea that you're doing, it's time to bring it out, but trust who you share it with. It's time to, you know, you found what lifts you up, and now you're on your way back to the mountain to share it with the people. But don't just share it with anybody. And I suppose that's really good advice. I mean, it is really good advice. Anything else about this collaboration and these people here? Sorry. Somebody just came in. Okay. So the people that you share it with, they might be people that you've known for a long time, people that you grew up with, or remind you of, like, familiar. They're familiar because this is nostalgic and memories. But it could also be, yeah, just people that remind you of people you really trust and grow up, like, with. Like, you see the way that he's giving her these flowers? Like, this is somebody that really cares about him, or he really cares about this woman. And it's saying that, like, make sure when you share who you decide to partner up with and collaborate in this business idea, that there's somebody that you care about, you know, that you treat with care. The sensitive is hitting me in the face here, that, like, you know, that you have a good relationship with, not just like any stranger, somebody that you trust. That's coming up. Oh, I already said that. But it should feel good. It should feel easy. Ooh. Yeah. Emperor. So, oh, well, so this reading is all about Aries reset and zero. So it's like, okay, so the culmination of this is going to be on the new moon on April 17th. And then the planetary alignment lasts till about the 20th. So this is like, you know, right now we're like gearing up for it. And like April 17th is going to be like the tee off of like the energy, like really moving. You may even see stuff going on on the world stage as well. Because I think there's going to be a lot of intense energy in the air and with people. But for you, it's saying to use this energy and this drive to like finalize some details of this partnership or collaboration or, you know, business idea scenario. Use this energy to like to get you to the next step, to create a plan, to organize, right? So that's really good. I'm glad the Emperor showed up. That, well, how fortunate is that? Okay, anything else? What else about the Emperor? Knight of Cups. I'm trying to figure out how to put this in this reading because I always think of the Knight of Cups as like a Romeo card. But let's see here. So yeah, like use your heart. Get organized, you know, and like, but use the passion of the fire and also the sensitive heart that you have. It's like a juxtaposition, right? So that you can have the desired outcome. Like I'm getting to be like temperate in the Temperance card, to be moderate, you know. Balanced, right? To be balanced, balance the fire. Oh, success! Holla! Okay, so you're gonna be successful. Whatever this is, you're on the way, and it's like you're going for it. You're going all the way, and I'm really excited for you and the collective. It's pretty awesome. It's saying you may put off celebrating because you want to make sure it's real, that it's legit, but you're not going back to this energy anymore, you know. You're on the up and up. This is behind you. You know, you don't have to wait to celebrate, but, you know, maybe just don't spend too much money, right? It's sort of like also giving me don't count your chickens before they hatch, or like, you know, don't spend your paycheck before you get it, that sort of thing, because these things take time, you know. Even though you're like on the way, like, you know, it's little by little, step by step. Tortoise in the hare, the tortoise always wins, you know. So I love that for you. Let me see if there's any closing messages. Let's see, does the universe have anything else? Ooh. Yeah, be careful who you trust. Careful who you trust. There's always going to be some tricksters out there. Yeah, just like really do your background checks. And bottom of the deck, what you don't see coming, Fool. This has also been coming up because with the Aries at 0 degrees, so the Fool card is the 0 card, and it represents unlimited possibilities. Think of it as in like computer programming, 0101. So it's the 0, it's a creation card. It's before the 1. And then the Fool is also fire. So, you know, have faith. Oh my God. The Magician too. So wait, so have faith, but also, even as though it's not reverse, you know, due diligence, look before you leap, do your research. And then you have the Magician, which says that you have the power to transform this. Like, basically, this is the Master Manifestor card. So you see he's got these 2 magic wands. It's got all the elements, the 4 elements, which in this case are Pentacles, Cups, Wands, and Swords. And so when you see this motion as above below, it's saying he's taking his idea from above, and he's manifesting it, and he's rooting it into the ground, into reality, into earth, like solidifying this idea. And so here, I mean, this is a beautiful reading, guys. Get out there and have some fun and enjoy the process. I will speak to you soon. Thank you so much. Bye.